This is grown man business. The collar swag don't hit a witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them bags, popping them tags. You know how we bless that cash. The grown man biz. The grown man. I said the grown man. I said the grown man. This is how a grown man does business.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are here with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Myself, Brother Mark L. in the building. My man, Dylan Yale, the namesake of the company.
This equipment is kicking my ass. See, that's what happened when you, we could have did the show without him, but I think everybody loves a full leg. Like
everybody loves
a full leg.
Who wants half a leg?
Everybody love a whole leg.
You know, who wants half a leg?
So, we've been out the studio for a minute, and this equipment is kicking my ass right now.
Oh, boy, listen. The equipment does what the equipment does, sir.
Oh, okay.
You can't blame it on the equipment. You
got to blame it on the operator.
I don't know. Sometimes people take some pills when their equipment ain't working right.
Hey, this is true. That do happen. Anderson. Wait, I'm telling my age. I said Anderson. Neosynephrine, I don't know. I'm just going to come up. But y'all, welcome. And also, Brother Josh is in the building. Now, we did change his name, didn't we?
Yeah, he is the Achilles heel.
He is the Achilles heel. He's still an intern.
The problem.
No, I ain't there. No.
You ain't the intern no more?
Intern's gone.
Oh, Lord.
I'm officially the heel.
He came in with the new blue Yankee on.
Hey. You got to come with it.
What's up, y'all? What's going on out there? Thank y'all for joining us as always. We here on a Saturday. We working with it. The equipment is going to do what we want it to do. So we're going to make it do what it do for y'all today. Welcome. It's another lovely Saturday in the A. Unless you got allergies, because let me tell you something. It's awful out there right now. The pollen count is kicking everybody's ass. I had a sinus cold already.
I'm good.
You good? You hanging in there?
That's for y'all earthlings.
Oh, for us. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's for y'all earthlings.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
He is an alien.
Yeah.
He is, indeed.
We are not the same. I am a Martian.
He's a Martian, yes. But then he realizes he's earthbound when we talk about his back. The gravity of the Earth's surface is affecting the back of the man. But
he wasn't built for this planet.
Well, I mean, Mr. Everything needs to be Mr. Take a nap sometime. He needs to set his ass down sometime. Hey. But he can't. He can't. And I appreciate you for that, brother, because you keep the wheels going and the lights on. This is what I'm talking about. But welcome, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us again for another star-studded, and I say star-studded because I am in the building. A star-studded male review.
That's what we're doing. Today.
Hey, I'm not a star. Somebody lied. Somebody lied.
Chop in the car.
I can't finish that. I can't finish that sentence. No, I can't finish that sentence.
It's all good.
I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that.
Good, man. But welcome, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, the male review is here in the building to give y'all conversation from a male perspective. We got so much to talk about today, man. We got a lot of things that have happened, and we kind of just free balling. Y'all remember when we used to do the free balling shows? We just kind of free balling and kind of doing it our way. We just having a conversation. We just chatting amongst homies who haven't talked in a minute about the different things that's happening in the world and shit we see on the internet and things that's been pissing us off. We just doing that. But let me start out by first talking to my co-hosts here. Let's start out with you, Josh. How's your week been? It seemed like you had a little beach time.
Yeah, I mean, I had a little getaway. You know what I'm saying? Had to get away, get my mind right. Right on. Get some clarity on some situations and stuff, and made it happen. And came to some realizations too, man. It's just some people just don't know how to act.
Look,
some people just don't know how to act.
Sometimes a man just has to stand.
Tell me about some people that don't know how to act.
Which people are we talking about? What do you mean, those people?
I mean, it's been a minute since I've been around certain types of people, and there's just certain ways you move, and certain things you do, and certain things you say, and there's certain things you don't say, and certain ways you don't move in certain situations, and some people don't know how to tell the difference between the two.
They don't know how to act.
You don't know how to act. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool, man. It was good though. At the end of the day, had some time to reflect and, got back yesterday and right back here in the studio, man. Right back at it, man.
So
back at
it. How did the getaway feel though?
Oh, I felt great, man. It felt amazing.
So what kind of epiphany did you have while you was out there by the water? You know,
it looked like he was investing in taco meat.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Just because y'all can't grow hair no
That's
more.
all.
Listen.
Some taco meat.
Listen, since y'all can't, y'all just hate because you can't grow hair no more.
No.
You know
With me, grass don't grow on the playground.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come down this slide right.
Yeah. Okay.
And mine is gray and wiry, and it's light.
Yeah,
so
you good.
It's
coming in. It's coming. The gray is coming in, man. It's coming in good. You know what I'm saying, man? So some people, I'm just gonna say, some people like that shit. I'm just gonna say,
hey,
you know what
some
I'm saying?
people,
some women.
I'm about to say, boy, I need you to be
some
Pacific.
Some women.
Be way more.
Please be way more Pacific.
Some females be liking that.
It was at the Atlantic, but I need you to be
Pacific. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah. But no, it was good, man. Came to some realizations on some things I got to get right and change up and switch up. And one of those is, being here a lot more often, man.
Right on,
being
brother.
Around, supporting the leg. You know what I mean? Leg ain't nothing without a heel.
Gotta have a heel.
You know what I mean? It's going to go one or two ways.
That's more the foot.
I mean, well,
that's more the foot.
Okay, that's how I try running without a heel.
Ooh, no, that looks crazy.
Well, you ain't got to run when you drive.
Yeah, I do. Right.
Okay,
you got to drive if you're in a wheelchair. But I don't know where he was going with that. But right on.
I've seen some good drives without feet. You know what I'm saying?
You go
they got the little. Nowadays, you don't even need that shit.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, we
talking about that.
We need heels, though. We need heels. We need heels. Yeah, I try hollering at a girl without heels.
Oh Lord, look here. Is that only part of it, man? Anyway. But you're right, man, and that's good. That just touches on the fact that men need time to take little mental health breaks.
Oh yeah,
getting a chance to go to
shout
the beach.
Shout out to Pimp and Slim. Time to think. I might have to slide that in there today.
Time to
think.
Right on, Pimp Slim. What's good? Well, all right. What about you, Mr. Dylon?
Dylon.
Fresh off in the veins.
Y'all gonna get my name.
Mr. Everything.
Okay, so I was joking with the name, Mr. Everything.
No, you weren't joking, but your body didn't know.
But the name wasn't. The name ain't been joking with me at all.
Oh, it ain't playing no game.
Boy, you know what I'm saying? Because and I have to circle back around once again. This is what I asked for. I asked for this type of work. I asked for this type of motion.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna complain about anything going on with me, even just a hurt, sore back.
Right on.
Just the running is a true blessing of things that have been given to me,
Excellent.
So I joke about it, but in no way anything at all am I complaining about what has been put before me.
Absolutely.
As TR often says, congratulations, you fucking business owner.
Yep. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
sleep is nice and sore backs. Yes, it's all a part of the equation.
Just with the constant moving and opportunities, it's just work. I have a well-paying job that has given me a lot of responsibilities, and I have a outstanding business that is coming into fruition of its true purpose and vision. Probably not in the way that I would have thought it would be, but things are going for the team nonetheless. But what comes with that is long nights, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of probably not quality time with those closest to me. And I'm hoping that people understand it. Tired. We was up in here talking about this, and I'm totally not even knowing what's going on outside my doors that y'all are talking about, because I've been working on this piece of equipment. TR's been working on that piece of equipment. We've been doing conference calls for other shows. We've been doing conference calls about money. We've been doing this, and that has been where I have been since the top of the year.
Yeah,
for real.
Oh, yeah.
So and looking back, it's like a lot of things have been I wouldn't say ignored, but shifted.
Yeah.
You know, so but it's a good thing, right? You know, so some people can't be doing shit with all the time in the world talking about they're busy. So those people shut the fuck up.
For real.
Because I know some people who's getting to it.
Some people make memes, other people make millions.
This is correct. This is correct. And you know what? That's the thing. That's another thing. Because, you know, sometimes
bar exam.
We could absolutely plan for future events, but sometimes that future doesn't look exactly like we planned, but it may present a better plan for us. So it just depends. You know, you can go in that direction and then kind of see where it goes. So change is good. Nothing's wrong with that. And you definitely ask for it. Being able to be flexible, to be able to move and make the changes when necessary. You know, the old saying goes, man plans, God laughs. That's what they say.
Right.
Because there's another plan out there that presented to you. You have a choice on whether to do it. Or go with this plan and still try to realize it. You just keep moving forward. So right on, brother. All right.
So our last event that we just did last week was the Connecting the Links.
Oh, yes.
Once again, came back around on us.
Yep.
Great turnout.
Violence.
Yes.
Had a great turnout, great time. I think everybody involved had a great time. Everybody came out, everybody chipped in, everybody was volunteering, helping out.
Excellent.
It was great. It was
no incidents this year.
No incidents.
It's something almost.
Something almost happened.
Almost toward the end.
Shout out to my guys from I Am a Father First.
Yes.
With helping kind of like
snatch
a situation before it turned into a situation.
Right,
you know, I would call it youthful energy.
Youthful energy. Gotcha.
You know, happened out there. And what happened was, I would say, the true essence of all these things that we're saying we need to be leaders of the moment. I would say just fathers and mentors and brothers to the community. Some people got upset about how some things were going out there in the moment, where they felt like they were being pushed to the back.
Gotcha.
With being a part of the event. Understandable, you know. But you know, had a situation going on one side of the park and another situation on the other side. I asked my guys, Keith and his brother, say, hey man, go talk to this guy over here. I'm going to go talk to this kid down here.
Okay.
And at the same time, the situation within 3, 4, 5 minutes was diffused. And the crazy thing behind it was the news people were right there.
Of course they
watching. And I this is a bad time for this little young motherfucker to be acting a fool right now.
Right.
With cameras right on this moment.
Right.
So I pulled him to the side, had a conversation with him. Man, we started this shit. brother, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to take this moment away from y'all.
Right.
You know, you are the reason for us being here, being that the purpose of the Connecting the Links event happened behind the death of one of their family members, you know, and they felt like, you know, they didn't get their opportunity to honor their family member. Totally understandable, right? You know, and just had to kind of like converse with him and let him know, like, well, the purpose of this is to grow into what it is, which will in the end include multiple people. Not just you know what I'm saying, people that's here right now. So if you want to honor the legacy of your cousin, you know, you got to look at what's before you right now.
Right. It's a bigger picture.
It's bigger
than all of us.
It's bigger than all of us right now. So yeah, you've done your part and you will continue to be a part of it. You know, ain't nobody trying to take your part, you know, but some things are constructed a little differently. But this is, as long as this is here, you'll be here, you know, and you know, they talk to me, you right, goddamn shit. Goddamn shit. I don't know what you talking about, folks.
Well, the good thing is that's what they actually. That's right to the point, because that's what the event is about. It's about being able to communicate and being able to diffuse these situations before they get to a violent level, right?
So I mean, it was. I feel like it was a perfect example of. I'm probably going to completely mess this up, but there's a clip out there and a quote KRS-One once brought out that, you know, if our older generation, if we don't listen to the younger generation, we gonna lose.
Yeah.
If the younger generation doesn't listen to us, they gonna lose.
They gonna lose, exactly.
Because when we listen to the younger generation, we speed up.
Yep.
When the younger generation listens to us, they speed up.
Yep.
So it's you know, being able to have that communication and being able to have that respect and, you know, really looking out and listening to each other learning and growing from experience. It was a great example of that, and it was.
What I want to do is take this time and opportunity to say thank you to Miss Shirley for once again allowing me to be a true long-term part of the Connecting the Links family, and just allowing me having the faith in my ignorant ass to orchestrate these events year after year after year after year, and getting, as this grows and having more people involved, saying, because once it got to the other side, they was like, well, we got some people in the shoot. No, that's my guy right there. No, he's going to host. Well, we got some. No, he's going to do the flyer. We got some program. No, he's going to do that.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So thank you to
a lot of faith.
Thank you to you, Miss Shirley, and thank you to the whole STEMbridge family for having faith in what we brought to the table. Because you said a good thing, Josh. It was a very strong presence of what Yale Entertainment brought to that event, brother.
Yes.
Talk about that, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think we were talking about this on the phone, man, and I would say dead ass about 80% of the speakers, performers, the people that showed up all at one time or another, or currently have been or are associated with Yale ENT. And we came out in full force. It was really encouraging, and it really kind of shows where Yale Entertainment has come from and where we're going. The impact that we've been able to have in the area, the people that we've been able to bring to the forefront and give them a platform to get themselves launched. And we don't take too much credit for it, but they always pay the homage, you know what I mean? And it's so it was great to see, man. It was so encouraging, and just to see where we're going and where we came from, and just the impact that we've been able to have on the community. And we're just getting started too. We're just getting started this year. This 2023 is going to be a big year for us. We got a lot of things going.
That is what I see. I see nothing but big things. We got other events coming up. We'll talk a little bit about it as we step through the show. Just want to let y'all know that we are here for you. We are definitely ready to present to the community and to the world what we do here at Yale ENT, especially on the Mail Review. Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to take the flagship show. That is correct. Yes, y'all hear me refer to it all the time? Yeah. Flagship show of Yale Entertainment, because that's what we do. Yeah. We're going to take a little short break. We're going to be back. We're going to pay a couple of these bills, and we're going to come back, and we're going to hop into it. So many things happened this week. Did y'all hear about Tucker Carlson?
Yeah.
Fox News. Imagine that. 700. We'll talk about it when we come back. Y'all stay tuned right here on the Mail Review. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey man, what it do, man? It's Pimp Slim, man. Come rock with your boy on Pimp Talk Podcast, man. Every Monday from 7 to 8. Y'all already know how we rocking, man. We gonna talk about some things that's been going on in the rap game and in the community, mental health. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different, man. Shout out to Yale ENT and RTV, man. Let's get it. Polo. Pimpin' only lives on. Paper on, loyalty only. Where you gonna keep your money going on?
Hey, this is your boy Mark L., one of the members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for the Mail Review right here on Yale Radiocast. Ladies, are you looking for something special to do for your man? Something to make him feel special, something to show him that you love and appreciate him? You should send him to For Men's Only, right there located in Sandy Springs. This is a men's only salon where he will be pampered. They have barbering services. They also do manicures and pedicures. Also, you can go and visit their website at www.fmogrooming.com if you want to get a look and see the services that they offer. And give them the hashtag #TheLeg. They will give you a discount off of your services for that day. So ladies, send him to For Men Only. We look forward to seeing you. And as always, the motto is, get the business.
Show you right.
Yep. Hey, subscribe to the Vibe of Motivational Shit Podcast, where we're bringing the energy, where we're bringing the electricity, and we're bringing the positivity. Let's get it! Hey, Lightworker Wayne, Director Huey G, and Super Healer. We partnered up with Yale Entertainment. We're live on every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And subscribe to our vibe, because we're here to bring you the motivation and to bring you something positive that you can use to go further, that you can use to go into your dreams, and that you can use to tap into the greatest version of you. So let's get it!
Like I'm one step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing. I feel like I'm a step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the.
They doubted greatness when I told them I embodied it. Slick Rick the ruler, man, I'm on my lighty.
Yale Radiocast, the gold standard of online radio. We already bring you all hits all day, but this one right here is for my hip-hop heads. Tune in to Lyrical Exercise Radio. All bars, all day. You already know how we bring it from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south and even international. Hip-hop ain't dead, it's right here on Yale Radiocast.
Yup. Hey, you're here with Lightworker Wayne, and if you need motivation, if you need encouragement, if you need the positivity, I'm that guy. So subscribe to my vibe. You can find me on TikTok, IG, YouTube at Lightworker Wayne. Hey, and also if you dealing with any type of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, anger, and if you need coaching on that, then I'm the light. Send me an email at superswayy0623@gmail.com. I'm the light to shine you on a road of greatness, for you can succeed and overcome and manage that. So don't be afraid to send me an email and subscribe to my vibe.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mail Review. We are here. We have paid them bills. I hope they happy they got their damn money. Your boy Mark L back in the studio, back in the building with my man Dallin Yale and Josh. We ain't gonna say intern. No,
it's just this is the heel.
It's just the heel.
Yeah,
the heel. The heel.
The heel.
The heel is in the building.
The heel is in the building.
We're back. So I'm gonna just crack it off, man. We're gonna call this little section or this little segment in the news. A lot of wild things happened in the news this past week, man. This has been crazy.
You can't even ring the wrong doorbell.
Look, that and along with some other stuff. Let me go high level before we go granular.
Okay.
So high level, I woke up on Monday morning having my cup of coffee.
About what time?
About 5:30.
Okay.
That's about 5:30. My day gets started about 5:30, 5:45, somewhere in there. And I woke up to having my coffee, only to find out that Tucker Carlson was out at Fox News. Wow. Now, those of you who know Tucker Carlson, he is a talking head who has a lot of polarizing content.
He's very outspoken.
Very outspoken gentleman. Very outspoken gentleman. And if you know the way Fox News gets down, you know what they call it, news that's fair and balanced, which is some bull. But I'm not gonna hit on. I'm not gonna hate on that network. Whatever they think is fair and balanced to them is what they think is fair and balanced to them. However, Tucker, who started, believe it or not, and this is something I had forgotten about because it had been many years. Tucker Carlson actually started on CNN, and he moved over to the right. To where he went over to
so
Fox
he went from one government-owned news agency to the other government-owned news agency.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
So he moved over to Fox, and he's been on Fox, and he's been one of those people who, you know, comes out with provocative conversation all the time. Well, Tucker kind of got them in a little bit of hot water to the tune of $787 billion. Was it billion?
What, billion?
Billion million?
You said Brazilian?
It was a lot of money. And so I knew the settlement had come out, and this was because they had decided to slander one of the voting machines when Joe Biden won the election for president, you know, because, of course, you know, the steal and everything else. So, you know, all of the talking heads, especially the ones that were definitely to the right, started to talk about how perhaps there was a problem with the voting machines. Right. Well, that company didn't like that much.
They didn't like that too much.
And they took a lawsuit out against Fox News, and they asked for way more money than they got. They asked for way more money. They ended up getting just less than half of what they got. But I think
that's still a lot of
money. Still a little spanky,
little change. But that the money that they actually did get from that lawsuit for that libel suit was just under half of what they asked for. But
they're gonna find Uncle Joe Brain with that money.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I just know this. I don't think nobody should say anything bad about voting machines or anything around voting anymore, because let me tell you, I think that Tucker Carlson getting axed was a part of that settlement that nobody talked about. Right. Because, of course, it was a surprise to him. And I'm pretty sure Don Lemon looked up and was like, I can't believe they fired Tucker. Hello?
Hello?
What?
Why my key card ain't working?
What you mean I can't come to work? You give me
my parking spot gone.
Day off? The rest of my life off. Because Don Lemon...
How you get fired on your day off?
How they get fired on their day off? Because, when did you call them? Like, did they know on Friday? Like, did you tell them on Friday? Like, I'd have been mad if I'd have woke up at 5:30 getting ready to go to work. Well, Don would have probably been there way earlier than that. He'd have probably been about 2.
About 2, yeah.
I'm waking up about 11, 12, 30 after sleeping all day. Only
Don still would have been there. And they had to send him home.
That's what they did. Yeah. They escorted him out. Hey, Don, by the way, hold this box. And come this way, we're going to talk to you in the parking lot.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So for Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson to get fired both on Monday last week was a shock to me. What'd you think about that, man?
Oh, well, shit. Nobody cared when I got fired from any
hey.
Fuck them people.
You're not a star.
Hey, fuck them people.
Somebody lied.
But I got a chop in the
But
car.
You might have a chop in the car, but the jury's out on that.
Allegedly.
I have water in my car.
Well, I have water in my car. Right, exactly. Okay. I have water in my car, so I understand. So, but basically, two polarizing figures from the two big news networks get fired in the same week. Now, Don had it coming. He had been flirting with some disaster over the past few months and hot mics and things that he said.
Don didn't. They wouldn't even let it. And did you ever see this man on the New Year's Eve specials, man? Come on, that's where it all started.
Is that where it started?
That's where it all started. Don was
drunk on New Year's.
Tore up from the floor up.
He was drunk. Look,
patting dudes on the ass.
Hey, listen,
you go out there and be somebody.
Let me tell you though, that actually is a good point. That you can see that people from the alphabet gang, as you call them, can be fired or canceled, as the case may be.
And they can also shoot up a Christian school and get away with it.
Well, what do you know from funny, you bastards? But yeah, man, I think that was a big thing to see. I'm wondering, because the scuttlebutt, the rumors that I've been hearing is that the networks are trying to move closer to the center, as opposed to being far right or far left.
Well, if in my research of this situation with Don Lemons, there was a previous interview that was done with a gentleman. I forgot who it was. Might have been a day or two before, maybe a week before. And the conversation went to rights and equality or whatever. And he said the conversation was, of course, about black rights.
Okay.
And Don Lemon said to the guy and said, in your nationality or whatever you are.
Oh. Was Don drunk that day too?
Yeah, he kind of.
Hey Don, if
he
you
started
listening, Don, if you listening, we could use another member on a mail review.
No. We good on Don Lemon.
We can interview Don Lemon.
We can get an interview.
Via satellite.
We need an interview.
No, I will welcome Don Lemon over here.
I welcome you.
I will welcome Don Lemon over here.
Don,
we need to get him.
Holla at your boy.
Yes, Don. We would like to talk to you. You know what? And it would be cool if he came in and really kept it funky with us. What do you think, Don?
Yeah, he get to take the towel off and really be done.
Yeah, and be done.
And be done.
Be done.
not TV Don.
Not TV Don.
You know what I'm saying?
Yale Entertainment Don.
Don from around the way. Don from around the corner.
Don and them.
Don and them. He could be Don and them instead of Don. He should start a show. Somebody asked the question.
He could be the new knee because we know. Never mind.
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. They said, now they were saying online, because of course most of the stuff I get from online. They were like, what do y'all think Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson's podcast is gonna be called? I said Ebony and Ivory.
I mean,
I think it could be Ebony and Ivory.
I'm thinking tucking your lemons.
Tuck your lemons. Boom. Bars, ladies and gentlemen. Bars.
Tuck your lemons.
Tuck your lemons. You lemon tucker?
I don't know, man.
Sponsored by Ciroc.
So I don't, but who knows? More to come will be on that topic. I don't know, man.
Or not.
It seems, but it's
or not. This might get brushed under the carpet. This might be one of them ones that gets under the.
No, that's gonna stand out for a little bit.
This gonna stick. They're too big.
These are two polarizing figures on two of the biggest news networks.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure the government got something to hide to keep it in the face too while we're doing it.
Well, now that could also be the overlay for the underplay. We don't know. I guess we'll find out as the case may be.
Look over here. Don't look over here.
Right. Yeah. See?
Are you hinting towards something, Josh? Stay tuned next week on the Mail Review.
Boy, we might find out about something now. We're gonna do
something now.
Later.
Something now. Hashtag something now.
Hashtag something now. Yeah. So that happened. That definitely stood out to me. We also experienced some losses this week. We lost. Very good brother, civil rights activist, singer, actor, performer.
Jerry Springer.
Him too. But he was a city councilman.
Was he not an activist?
He was an activist. Jerry Springer did pass away, and also we lost Harry Belafonte. We lost Harry Belafonte, brother Harry Belafonte, who has been around for numerous years. I personally remember my favorite seeing Harry Belafonte in one of the movies that Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier did back in the day when he was a gangster. I like that a lot. But Harry was in a lot of movies. Harry did a lot of movies, but he did a lot of activism, and he was kind of a don't take shit kind of person, okay? Right. From the things that I know of Harry Belafonte. So definitely shout out condolences to his family and those who were fans of his. And yes, we did lose Mr. Trash TV, Jerry, which was coincidental that the lady who accused Emmett Till of whistling at her died on the same day.
Shout out to Mother Nature for finally taking this course.
I mean, but she should have been
Did Mother Nature take its course though?
Did it?
I mean,
it took long enough. It was slow burn.
But death ain't. We wasn't asking for this motherfucker to die.
Yeah. We wanted to serve for her crime.
We
wanted justice.
Right.
It's not justice, but
I wasn't mad. Her raggedy ass. Right. How old was she?
80-something.
She was supposed to live another, if she was 12, 15-something years in jail.
Right. She should have been.
That was the true justice. Yeah. That would have been true nature.
Right. Well,
karma and life.
I tell you,
bitch.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I hope the thermostat is broken and it's on 110.
I guarantee you.
Wherever she is, I hope it's really warm. I'm pretty sure it's really warm. I'm gonna say that much. So we did have that occur this week as well. But I mean, we got those two that got fired. I think an ESPN reporter got fired too for calling somebody a dirty word in the locker room as well. And it was a lady reporter this time.
I did hear something about that.
I can't recall the name, but I mean, what I'm thinking about though, along those lines, is that we're starting to change a little bit. Because the funny thing about it, I'm gonna tell you, I read an article because of course Tucker had to release a statement after he released it. But here's the thing, I have not. This is how I heard the two stories. Let me just tell you about the two Americas. Not like y'all don't know. I heard Don Lemon got fired. I heard Tucker Carlson and Fox News decided to part ways.
Oh, okay.
Understand?
Yeah, they cut ties.
I'm going to tell y'all how corporate America works. Anybody out there that works for corporate America absolutely knows how it works. If you leave on your own, you get to send an email saying goodbye and how you had all this fun and it was great learning and it's been a great experience and I look forward to seeing the company do big things and blah, blah, blah. And you can reach me at blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
When you get fired, that email says so-and-so, effective immediately. That's where it starts. Effective
It's no longer.
Blank is no longer with the company. We wish them the best on all their endeavors. Right. So you can always tell the difference. This person left on their own versus this person got fired. So did they fire Tucker Carlson or did he decide, you know what, mutually, we should just go? I think what they did is they said, look, Tucker, we just had to pay a bunch of money from shit you said. And unfortunately, you going to be part of the collateral damage. Now, Tucker actually had a statement. And it was funny because it was I was kind of agreeing with Tucker Carlson.
Ooh.
Gasp!
What?
Because it was just what he was saying was rather poignant. So it was coded, of course. You know, it was a coded statement, meaning that primarily what was happening was he was trying to talk around the fact that the news stations are changing, that things are changing with news. But
no way.
He was just saying that basically we're trying to go toward a point where, if I remember the quote correctly, where telling the truth is being managed, basically.
Oh, what a shock.
Right, what a shock. So in knowing that, I think that the news stories or the news stations, the juggernauts out there are trying to move more toward the middle because here's what I know. It's very hard to watch the news nowadays, bro. How often do you watch the news?
I just told y'all, let it with. I don't even watch it no more. I mean, I already know what it's going to say. I already know the narrative. I already know this person going to say this. This person going to say this. This group of people is bad. This group of people is bad.
These people got killed.
This people got killed. You better not say nothing about these group of people. If you're black, you're dead.
Right.
If you're a cop, you're a great guy.
Right.
Same narrative, and it's okay for women to twerk and share their pussy. It's same news every day. I mean,
so when do you think you actively stop watching the news? Not just from being busy, but I mean literally actively deciding, you know what? I have no use for this news.
Good question. I do say I turn on the news every morning to see what's going on within my city.
Got you.
You know, traffic, maybe a crime in my neighborhood. As far as we're talking about the global news outlets, I don't watch them, and I would say that's probably been around shortly after COVID.
Got you.
Shortly after COVID, because I saw what I.
That man about to be on fire.
I saw the bullshit. I saw the bullshit. Man on fire! Oh shit!
Oh Lord, that man look like he about to be on fire.
The Wizard of Oz, highly evolved. I am in awe. I am offended. I am appalled. The eye of the storm. I am chaotic and I am the calm.
So I saw the bullshit narrative of COVID.
Right. Okay.
And I said, okay, they're creating a theme. They're creating a narrative. Keep people in their house. Make people very docile to the rules and structures that they're about to put in place financially, mentally, socially. Everything is about to be awkward. Everything is about to change at this point right here. And if am I right?
Yeah,
everything has changed socially. People were in their house for a year and a half to 2 years. They got back out of their house. And now everything that was probably a little bit of maybe a rule that they were trying to push in place that they couldn't get society to adjust to. After COVID, everybody said, you know what, that's cool, you're right. Mental health awareness, everybody's mentally health, everybody's weak. No, they ain't. Y'all telling them they are, and these motherfuckers is believing it. Everything ain't mental health. Shut the fuck up. Not to say it doesn't exist.
Right.
That's almost like when you take anything like any form of anything, and if you spin the narrative, it minimizes the impact of it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, mental health is a thing, but we don't get to ascribe everything to that.
Right.
I saw the growth of that. I saw what they were doing, and I said, I can't even watch this because I know what they're about to say about this moment. I know what they're say about this crime. I know what they're about to say about this shooting. I know what they're about to say about this goofy half-dead motherfucker about to run again for fucking public office. Please
Let me stop. Man on fire moment.
The man is extinguishing.
Josh. So I found a little excerpt from Tucker Carlson's little video he put out.
Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah, because he did a whole YouTube video or something like that, right?
This is a short little excerpt from it. So he said, when honest people say what's true calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who have been trying to silence them shrink and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
So,
I would like to think that here at Yale Entertainment on the Meta Review, we are one of those sources that we tell the truth. And the upper room always listening. We speak our truth.
Our truth.
Well, our truth, as we see.
Our truth, as we see.
Well, you know what? I don't. You know what matters, right? You know what though? I don't like that either. That whole my truth, living in my truth shit. Because if we don't talk about the actual truth, you get to live in your delusion of your truth.
Right.
Yeah, I'm 300 pounds, but I'm fine. No, the fuck you ain't. You 300 pounds. And y'all need to tell this motherfucker that she or he ain't fine. I don't care how much they want to believe, they're fine. I could believe all in my head I'm a handsome young man, but we know the fucking truth. I'm I could pull a chick here and there. I'm not no damn strucking young buck. I'm alright.
You alright.
I could pull one here, there, you know what I'm saying? But you put me in a room next to place whoever next to me. I'm gonna look like, nah, fuck that motherfucker. I want this motherfucker over here.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to get out of this world of living in my truth and actually get down to the roots of actual truths and laws and rules and policies and structures and everything that should be in place. That's how this society was created, based off actual rules, based off an actual right or wrong. A right or wrong. Now you can live in what you deem to be right.
Correct.
You know, but there are actual rights, moral rights, and actual legal rights.
That is correct.
Now let's call a right a right or a wrong, and not a my belief or my truth.
Yeah.
You know, so
because it was because
you know, I mean, some things will be murky, different. You know, like religious beliefs of is there Jesus, is there not, is there this, is a woman's body right to do this, abortion versus, you know what I'm saying? Like those may be more conflicts to what you want to do with your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some things need to be addressed for right or wrong. It is what it is. Everything ain't pretty. You don't call somebody pretty just because she got a Kmart crown on her head. Period.
That's it.
Period. You don't call a man because he got balls and a dick. Period.
They don't even call each other men anymore.
Man, look.
Listen. Well, okay, so our truth, when we say living in our truth, that's a personal thing. That's something living in our TV. That's something that should not affect anybody outside of you. If your truth of yourself is within you. Now listen, follow where I'm going with this.
I got you.
It only affects you, meaning you can't go out in the world and say, well, the truth is I like Reese cups and I should be able to walk into the grocery store and grab and buy as many of them as I want to, because the rights you don't have to do that are clear when they say trespassers will be prosecuted. Okay? That's a legal right. So we're talking about the legal rights. So you can believe all you want to, as long as you don't delude yourself into believing that everybody has to ascribe to your version of the truth.
There you go.
That's it.
I mean, in the early days of the Mirror Review, we had a caller in. Me and Teron had a conversation with a young lady, and she spoke on her rights of what she should do with her body. I should be able to walk down. I should be able to walk down the street naked, and you shouldn't even say nothing to this or say nothing to me.
You can't control everybody else.
Goofy broad.
Can do what you want to do.
No, you should not be able to walk down the street naked. There are literally laws that say you can't do that.
Correct.
So no, you should not be able to.
Right.
On top of now, should I lust over you? Maybe not. Do I have the right to?
Absolutely.
Maybe I do.
Right. Maybe that's my truth.
Maybe that's you know,
I shouldn't say nothing to you.
Or
I
don't want your naked ass, your titties half out, your ass half out, Lizzo, in front of my child, who I don't even want to have a sexual thought in his head now, Dwayne Wade.
Ooh.
He's a child.
By the way, he ain't in Florida.
So don't throw your world to say that, no, kids should be able to do this. We should be able to do that. We should be able to do that. Maybe I'm trying to keep my structure in my household. So you don't get to tell me how to structure my roof to tell me what's right or wrong. Same thing with Mark. Same thing with you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
We all have different ways in our upbringing. And I agree with you, Mark, as long as it's not a conflict of what affects your world.
Correct.
It's just a difference of what I believe, what you believe, Josh, what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm not going to say, well, we two black guys and we got one white guy in the room. So what me and Mark agree with automatically means what Josh saying ain't right.
Correct. That's correct.
So, yeah. I think, are we still in the Man on Fire moment? I think we out of that moment.
We out the moment. We out the moment. But we good. But I mean, when we talk about that, as far as truth being told and the truth tellers, where do you think Tucker was going with that, though? What do you think he was saying? Was he saying that the network I just left don't necessarily tell the truth?
I think
because he
now my truth with this.
Okay, got you. Go ahead.
Is that he's kind of bringing some attention to the very fact that, you know, these news agencies that everybody watches and everybody believes, they ain't always talking about the truth.
It's propaganda.
But
it's propaganda.
He worked for a media
he was employed by a media company. He was making money through a media company.
So do you go with your morals or your beliefs, or do you go with the money?
I think at some point you go. I think at some point he went with the money, and then I think maybe the money got to be. This ain't about money anymore. This is what I signed up for.
Right.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Right.
Because I really truly feel that, like, you know, like you're real journalists out there. They really want to bring the truth. Mm-hmm. They want to bring what's going on. But when you're a journalist and you're told by your editor, you're told by the CEO, you're told by the person that owns the company that you can't talk about that. Or you have to spin it. You have to talk about it this way, or you have to spin it this way.
Yes. I have had to. We are contractually obligated here. Where I have some things contractually obligated, just so y'all won't say some dumb shit on this platform, like white people are created in a test tube.
You can't say that.
I mean,
and somebody
I can say it.
No, you can't say it either.
You can't say it,
no, the
sir.
fuck you can't.
White people are created in a test tube.
Most delusions are affected by others. No, the fuck you can't. No, the fuck you can't say that.
I mean, it might be true though.
But
you can't say it. Dave Chappelle taught us this. Think about it.
Yeah.
You can't say it. Everybody knows, but you can't say it.
Yeah.
So even in that, with him going with the money, that just lets you know that, of course, there's a bigger agenda. And like we said, it's propaganda. It's all propaganda.
Yeah.
So I think I stopped watching the news probably right around during COVID time, but I probably pulled away from it a little earlier than that. And I started, because what it started to feel like is there was schlock. There was just so much shit that did not matter.
Right.
That was kind of dampening the things that did matter. Mm-hmm. You know, you got brothers getting killed in the street. You know, you got.
But did Tucker Carlson care about brothers getting killed in the street?
Tucker Carlson didn't. Well, Tucker Carlson on TV didn't give a damn.
Right.
Now, whether I don't know him personally, so I can't speak to.
See, because that comes down to, again, what he was allowed to speak on, or what he had to push, the agenda that was being pushed.
Correct. Because you got to fold into the.
Hey, listen, I can only speak on what I know. All right, and what I know is that those companies, they have an agenda to push,
and all.
No matter who's in front, no matter whose face is there,
who sponsors and who's pushing the money.
I think people kind of show who they are, right?
Yeah.
You know, I can only use me as my best example, right? We get over here and on the platform and we say certain things, but you see Dylan in his personal life, and you know what he will say outside of this camera.
Correct.
So I think it will spill over into the real world, because you've often told me this, that you've had to have conversations with some lady friends of yours, like you really got to get to know that guy.
Right. Because him who you see online is not that it ain't the same, but it's different. It's bigger than a 2 hour window. Yeah, of time that you saw him. You only saw that snatch of time you kind of got to get to know the whole
right.
person.
So I'm saying is, if we take somebody like a Tucker Carlson, who he truly is, I think would have truly already been spilled into the world about his true person. You know, he's a media entity that, if you look at his research in the world on the back end, does this, you know, aside from his whatever he does on screen. You know, you get to know somebody's activism, you get to know somebody's work as a parent. You know, and it ain't like we checking for them.
Right.
But you know, I think with entertainers, it shows who they are at the end of the day. We know Puff Daddy to be a media mogul, but I know Puff Daddy to be somebody who robbed all these artists because history has shown he robs people. History has told on Puff.
Yeah, got you. In other words, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he could get on TV and dance all he want to, and the media would say, "Hey, smile, because that's Puffy." Puffy, hey, take that. But on the back end, the true entities of the industry is.
I don't know about that cat, right? I don't know about this cat. Right? He a little shady, right? Exactly.
Y'all don't know what this motherfucker doing. Y'all know.
I'll say this much. I've never heard Tucker Carlson say that if you don't watch Fox News, you ain't black.
I know that, right, man? We gotta do it again.
So awesome.
The Wizard of Oz, highly evolved. I am in awe. I am offended. I am appalled. The eye of the storm. I am chaotic and I am the calm.
He ain't running nothing.
I'm gonna tell you a real conversation I had with a very good about this. Here's what we want to make sure of. First of all, the Democratic Party, if they wanted to keep Democrats in office, they needed to start building. They needed to get kingmakers to get in line, because here's what I think. Forgive me, people, but if Joe goes for another 4 years, if he should have a medical emergency, you get Kamala Harris.
I don't want her there either.
Is she ready? I don't. Cannot say she's ready.
Okay.
I cannot say she's ready.
What makes you come to this astute understanding, Markel, versus when these goofy motherfuckers ran? And before y'all get to talking,
I think we need to
that
find some
don't
footage.
mean that I am an advocate of the goofy Orange Ranger.
Right.
Y'all be getting y'all motherfucking
Right.
stances confused when I say fuck the life of these people like I like these people. What I'm saying is all of them are fucked up. Stop fucking up people's bullshit, period. No matter what side they play on. Trump is stupid. This motherfucking is stupid over here, and she's stupid as well. She play no, they smart because they play y'all. And they get on this platform and say, you know, I'm a great guy. Come on, black people, what do you have to lose? And the whole card that everybody played was the black card. And since the black community is so sensitive about people wanting to like and love them, they fall for the dumbest of comment. You know you're not black if you don't vote for me. You know what? That's right. I gotta prove my blackness to a white man.
Lord have mercy. That's terrible.
And Kamala, Indian ass, who proudly talks about her Indian heritage, married to a white man, finally ran and said, y'all know what? I am black. Look at me, motherfucking sorority bullshit, ski-wee bitches, and y'all fell for that dumb shit.
You a mess, bro.
And y'all felt, hey, when Hillary Clinton ran, she came on the Breakfast Club and pulled out some hot sauce, and y'all dumb bitches said, look at Hillary, she got hot sauce, she like us black people, I'm voting for her.
She just like hot sauce. She just like hot sauce.
Markel, go ahead. Continue.
So Joe Biden announced that he is going to run for office again. I'm going to say, and again, I don't have the ground to stand on to say that Kamala is not ready. I just don't think, in my heart of hearts, that should this go left, it's going to be a hell of a learning curve for her to try to run this country because of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So, okay, who do you think could run the presidency. If you don't want Joe and Kamala, you definitely don't want Trump, who announced that he's gonna run again.
I vote for Trump before I vote for them motherfuckers, and I won't vote for Trump.
And you won't vote, so you just ain't gonna vote.
No, I'm just saying that we're waiting on some. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Let me calm down.
Breathe.
What I'm saying is we're too busy waiting on people to fucking save us. Mm-hmm. And ain't none of these motherfuckers here to fucking save us. Okay. These motherfuckers are here putting policies in place that ultimately benefit them. So when you talk about this higher level bullshit, these higher level people are putting shit in place that has nothing to do with the love for Marcus, the love for Dylan, the love for people on the other side of this camera, the love for Josh. Mm-hmm. They want to put chips in our hands to control everything we do. Yeah. They want to put laws in place to control everything we do with the ideal of control. And then they get up here and say, you know, I want to do everything for the country. Yes, we can. And I want us to get along. And everybody's everybody. And I want everybody to be friends.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
She don't save her. And we fell for this since the governmental system has been created. And if it works so good since the inception, why are we working every day to change it?
Right.
If it hasn't worked since the beginning of the inception let me change that. It has worked. The illusion of it's for you is doing what it's supposed to do. It got you actually believing that we're creating stuff. No, it's creating structure and rules, and we are falling for the rules under the guise that it's for all of us. I would say that it's not for all of us.
So, Dylan, you attended a conference not too long ago, right?
Yes. The Black Agenda Conference.
And there was something that we were talking about on the way to the Connecting Links event that we had last Sunday.
Yeah,
were sharing with me, and it was something I'd heard before, but it had been a minute since I heard it. Everybody want to get caught up in this left and right. Red and blue.
Yes. Ooh, yeah.
Red and blue.
Shout out
Red and blue.
Shout out to Judge Joe Brown and shout out to Brother TR. If the seat was vacant, it would be just as beneficial.
Dead ass.
I totally believe that.
Dead ass.
Judge Joe Brown. Okay, so Black Agenda. Shout out to Michi X for putting together our event. I would talk to that young lady right there. Had some people on the panel. Nikki D sat next to her all night. We pounded it up, we laughed, and we kikied it up. And Judge Joe Brown and former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick was there. So it was a lot of high people that I got to actually speak with. And shout out to New Era Detroit.
Okay.
Since the inception of New Era Detroit, I was been looking to meet with those people since the beginning of their growth. And I met that group this weekend. We will soon be doing some business with them as well. Okay. But everybody had one sentiment that they spoke. Judge Joe Brown said this. It might have been Kwame, because there was a lot of bars dropped that night. If you look at the government, it's just like a gang. A gang, one gang is red, one gang is blue. Bloods and Crips. Those party colors are the same colors as Bloods and Crips. And I was like, God damn. But the narrative actually truly behind the event was we need to stop voting for color and vote for the person. Vote for the policy. Vote for the policy.
Yeah.
Not the person.
That's important.
You know, we're out here voting for color. We're not voting for policy. You know, they were saying that, hey, I either go this side, that side. I'm a Republican, I'm not a Republican. They have people of all sides up there on the platform coming to one agreement that no matter what, we need to, you don't even have to like this person. But what if the policy is what you truly believe in?
Right.
Are you going to go against the policy because you don't like the person?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
especially if you do your own
research. I feel like it's even deeper than that, because everybody, you know, I mean, we can sit here and talk all day about Joe Biden versus Trump, and I know we've had this conversation before on this show.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, does the president control a lot of things in the way that government works? Yes, it does. He does. However, At the end of the day, the things that truly affect our day-to-day life is our local governments.
There we go.
Our local governments.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. Who's our mayor? Who's sitting on city council? Who's our legislators? Who's representing us?
Right. Who's protecting us?
Who's protecting us? Is it, well, I'm gonna vote for Biden. He's a Democrat, so I'm gonna vote Democrat all the way down the line. Well, do you really know what your local Democrats stand for? Do you really know what your local Republicans stand for? Do you know their policies that they want to put in place? Do your research. Look into it. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I think we're just. I'm gonna stick on what I was saying. Like, we're fighting so hard to be loved and appreciated and supported and everything that we're even paying attention to the moment what's on the table for us sometimes. And there's some things on the surface, and we don't look past the surface. And I think that's what truly angers me. That somebody can literally just say something and we buy it.
It's a mob mentality.
And you, Markel, has one of the most eloquent phrases that's spoken on damn near every show has said what you said. The overlay for the underplay.
Yeah.
It's been said on every show here.
Yeah.
That phrase that you stated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, and because it's true. Wait, the overlay for the okay. So she said this. You see or you hear this. Now let's go past the statement.
Let's get down into the underplay and find out what this really is about. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. So we are, but they are looking to push. If you haven't been seeing it from your state, Ron DeSantis.
Shout out to TR. Bar Heavy Josh strikes again.
Yes. Ron DeSantis. The governor. DeSantis.
Yeah.
He has some of the strongest bills that have been pushing through down in Florida. I mean, the Don't Say Gay Act. You can't say woke. If you come across as woke, people can sue you.
Okay, this whole Don't Say. I read about this whole Don't Say Gay Act. Yeah. All right. So you can say gay. You can't say gay, but you can say the N-word all you want.
Right. That part.
Why y'all both looking at me?
We was waiting for the fire. It didn't come this time.
I threw the match. I was waiting for it to ignite.
I think I'm about to gasoline. I'm burnt out. Burnt out this week. I'm about to gasoline, man.
But I mean, like that ass. Like, come on, man. Like it's just
that's who they want to put up for the next running for the next president. He got the bad part. The funny part is Trump don't like him.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
So
I'm trying to figure out if Ron DeSantis again overlay underplay.
What's the underplay?
Yeah, what's the underplay here? So you got folks that are diehard, they still about Donald Trump, and then you got these folks that are coming up that are progressive, quote unquote,
whatever that means,
whatever the hell that means to them, who are rolling with Ron DeSantis. Now this dude, I mean, the stuff I have not heard anything good about him yet about Ron DeSantis. You got any opinion of him at all? None?
I mean, he's a governor. Somebody voted for him.
Somebody voted for him.
Somebody liked him. So somebody had to like something about him for him to make it that far into a governor. Mm-hmm. I don't, as much as I love my home state of Florida, because I love how ignorant we get. I love how ignorant.
But you moved up here.
Yeah, I've been here since.
But you moved.
No.
It's definitely less ignorant now.
I moved. I moved.
Bring some up to Georgia.
I moved here because a goofy person brought my offspring here, and I felt the need to be a father over a citizen of Florida, a statesman of Florida.
You made a choice.
Okay. Yeah, I made a choice.
You made a very choice. Very wise.
Did it? I wouldn't say it's wise. Did what we had to do. We just do some shit knowing it ain't gonna work out.
Throw a party as you leave.
No. They're gonna be back.
Florida got 5% less ignorant when
5% less ignorant.
He got voted in after I left, so obviously
it went the wrong way. It went the wrong way.
But oh my God, man, I don't know. I have no idea where the government is going with that. The whole thing about and they just recently declared that COVID was down a notch and not considered to be the level of COVID that it was before. So before it was, serious. We've got a pandemic. They've dropped it down now, so it's not pandemic. It's on the level with, let's say,
so it's just common cold now.
Flu.
It's like a flu.
It's common cold.
It's not the flu. It's like it's down a notch.
Yeah.
So they're trying to relax some of these restrictions. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I was talking about my week being tough, so one of the things they did is they sent out an email that said, hey, basically we've done the COVID thing for 3 years now. We think we should start getting back into the office.
Everybody's need to come back to work. It's about that time in May.
Yeah, not Mark.
Yeah.
Because when they hired Mark for this new position, my shit said remote on my contract.
Yeah, as of late, that motherfucker don't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Remote.
Yeah, he tried to be remote everywhere.
Remote
control.
Is what it said.
Remote control.
He wants to be by the remote.
Control.
He don't want to work remote.
The
he wants to be by the remote.
The remote control. But I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they think I'm going to come back in the office 3 days a week. But they always asking for 3 days a week. So here's what
take your ass into the office.
Remote. Do you hear what I said? Contract. Signed it. You signed the motherfucking contract to be in the Army, did you not? You do exactly what's said, right?
Somebody tried to be here.
Hey, and I signed a contract. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Let's not have no contract talk at this table right now.
But I also have time.
Contract table. Contract talk at this table.
Hey, to y'all, we got
contract talk.
We got to renegotiate the contract for vacation time. Although we in pending.
I heard big in that statement. I don't know. I'm ready to renegotiate nothing. But anyway. But I mean, with the way this is going, y'all, you got they calming down on the COVID thing, and they're trying to get people to get back to work, and they're trying to do a lot of changes.
Are we still talking about COVID though? Really?
Yes, we are, because it's still
out there.
It's still usable.
It's still usable.
It's still out there. Because now there's a new strain now.
Oh, is there?
That presents like pink eye now, if I'm not mistaken. It's like an infection of the eyes.
Yeah,
now.
my son just had it.
See what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So it's still out here.
Devin was out of work for 3 weeks.
It's still out here. It's not as devastating as the other strains were. Because like with anything,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy how you everybody's bodies just kind of learned how to fight it off. That's just wild.
Well,
it almost didn't take a jab. Like your body could just kind of.
Got your herd immunity.
You know what I mean?
You get your herd immunity.
That's just me, though. I'm just saying.
Once again, they create it, we follow it, we believe it, we love it, we hate it.
The zeitgeist.
Their truth becomes our truth.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's how it works. I mean,
so what else is going on, man? We've been on politics for a minute. What else has been going on?
I mean, everything that's been happening that's been political is important because
let me find something stupid.
There's some other things.
Let me find something stupid.
Not something stupid. Something from the internet.
I don't want to call this stupid. But Time 100 most influential people of 2023. Brittany Griner. Does she deserve to be?
Man,
come on, Mark.
Because you out by like 1 point.
So she broke a law.
What? Yes,
she broke a law.
What makes her influential?
And got arrested.
Now again,
now she's influential.
Before anybody says anything, I admire Brittany Griner. I admire her ball handling skills.
She don't got very many of those.
I admire her. I admire her having the athletic ability to play in the WNBA. I admire that.
Okay.
Great player. Got no problem with her. What I want to know is what makes her influential. What's influential? Because I'm gonna tell you what. If I take a joint and walk through security at the airport and I get arrested, I want to know if I'm getting the Time magazine cover.
I mean, you might.
No, I'm getting arrested. That's what's gonna happen.
Arrested development.
Arrested. Period. That's what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So what makes her influential? So what are they saying about her being influential? What? So how do you spin being arrested? How do you spin
breaking the law?
Because listen,
to being
I've been arrested a few times, and let me tell you something. I think I'm pretty influential.
Influenza.
Yeah, I'm sick like the flu with influential.
COVID.
You see what I'm saying? But what makes her influential? What about her story makes her influential? The fact that she lived through being in Russian.
I don't know. I didn't read the article. I just didn't want to go through the whole thing. I mean, the article is she made the list. I mean, we know the crime.
Yeah,
we know that she got out. Congrats to her for that. For making it out of that situation.
Absolutely.
Salute to her for coming back and hopefully. Now, this is what I would love to see.
Okay.
My personal opinion. Let her get out. And let her make some transitioning moves to overcoming adversity type storyline, which would take a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, to become a influential person.
Right. Maybe advocate for other people who are.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, I think she's
a falsely incarcerated advocate will be a great storyline for her.
Yeah. And I think she's trying to do that because her statement was about that she's not going to play overseas anymore, and that the pull to play overseas, especially for WNBA players, is because of the wage gap.
That's their fault.
She's trying to use that platform to push for all that, but at the same time, you still got to put people in the stands.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to talk about influential, where has she been influential? She went to jail. It was a news article. It was world news. Brittany Griner's in jail.
It's because she was famous.
Because she's famous. That's not influence.
That's
privilege.
That's not even privilege. She went to jail.
Well, I mean, it's privilege that she's in the news for going to jail for doing some illegal shit.
Touche.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I know Ray Ray went to jail last week, and I ain't seen no article.
You know what I'm saying? Fox 5 about to run. Fox 5 about to run that shit though.
Boy, no. I just want to know what makes her influential. Yeah, I'm curious about that.
But as I was saying, let her begin a press run of doing community service work for, just as you were saying, Josh, a fight for equality, financial equality in the leagues for women. That's their fault.
Do something with it now.
That's their fault because if y'all want financial equality in women's sports, well, women, stop this bullshit narrative of woman power and actually show woman support. Take y'all goofy asses to these WNBA games. Help them make the money for them to be equal financially, but that's not.
Let me see Beyonce and Alicia Keys and
performing halftime
or sitting courtside. Sitting courtside, packing the stands.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, ladies, we could develop y'all motherfuckers. I got a homeboy who does well development for the women around him, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyways, I'm just saying. What, Mark? What, Mark? I'm not even talking.
Development classes cost a lot of money. I cannot teach her how to play more basketball. I cannot teach her how to get to the
You can't help with the ball skills?
You were just talking about her ball handling skills.
I mean, as far as playing basketball, sir.
I
don't play basketball. But I get your point.
Can you teach about a crossover dribble?
Boy, a little crossover.
So
left, right, side to side.
Euro step.
No Euro step. I know Euro step.
You're too old for the Euro step.
No Euro step.
So what I'm saying is, do that. Whatever it is, just like false incarceration, things like that, that it actually makes an actual impact, leading to some form of change, and not even change, just bringing more awareness to this even being a discussion. I already said earlier, them folks gonna do what they gonna do.
True.
But making these things a true discussion, that's impactful.
Yes.
That's influence. Because sometimes being an influence, you ain't gonna change nothing, but you bring awareness to is what makes you influential.
True.
So I would love for that to be her story. Don't give this to her because she got out of prison.
Correct.
For a crime.
Right.
If that's the case, hell, my brother need to be on the next cover.
I mean,
shit.
Josh.
I mean,
he could be on the next cover.
Josh did something wrong. Josh ain't doing nothing. I don't know what you're talking about with Josh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Josh. Okay, so Roberts.
Wait,
she wasn't falsely accused. She said it was her contraband, or am I missing something?
Okay, TR, you are right. She was not falsely accused.
Right.
I would say this. the way that they handled it, sometimes we get very strict fines.
Yes.
So that's probably what I'm aiming towards. And she got out in 6 months. So really, but some people looked at it as maybe that should not have happened. It could have been something different.
Know the laws of the land that you're in.
You're right. I'm saying that at the end of the day, when you look at some things and everybody has their certain belief, preference, my truth type shit.
Yeah.
I think that is my truth. That some people felt like she should have not received even that stiff penalty. So maybe she could become an advocate for fighting for lessened penalties for crimes that could have been like, like I say, I don't vouch for it. Hell, as you were saying, Josh, the laws of the land, you shouldn't even have it over there. But at the same time, 6 months for, but that's the laws of the land. That's the laws of the land.
I got you. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, as far as,
hey man, someone just knocked at the door. Should we shoot him?
What is up with that, y'all? That's another thing.
You can't even ring the wrong doorbell no more.
A lot of wrong.
How many wrong doorbells you rang?
I mean, in life.
Oh
my God, several.
How many times you been shot?
I never. I might have been shot at.
Did you know they correct the WNBA with NBA? I think he means to put NBA financial help. Yes, because it's to deal the NBA, and so no matter how much they say they don't need men, they still need men. I keep on telling y'all that y'all need to start with y'all false narratives. But continue.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been. There was a young lady in New York, I believe, who turned into the wrong driveway on accident and who was shot and killed.
Yeah.
There was another young man who went to go pick up his siblings and went to the wrong house and rung the doorbell, and he was shot twice by the homeowner, who they arrested, then released, and then re-arrested him after everybody started making noise about it. There was another incident that happened, I believe, in Texas, where someone went to the wrong location and ended up getting shot at.
There was another situation of, I forget where it was, but somebody was out blowing leaves in their backyard and the noise was too much or whatever it was, and they got shot at.
That's ridiculous. What is up with this? Here's where I'm going with this. I think COVID messed up a lot more people than we think. I think the effects, not COVID itself, but the effects of COVID. So this locking people in the house or having people stay in the house.
Oh, wait. Hold on. So what you're trying to get at right now is that locking people down
kind of
messes with their heads?
Yes.
What?
Thankfully, we don't have institutions that just lock.
I mean, there's for money.
For money. We don't have any of that.
Yeah. That's nothing we have to deal with.
We might have to work on that.
Yeah.
We'll do it after the break. We'll figure that out. But I would just say that I think people I think they whipped us up into enough of a frenzy in this country to where, like, literally, even though we talked about how we can't blame everything on mental health, there's just some things. I mean, dude, as simple as a child coming to knock on the wrong door. How do you get shot like that?
I just told y'all earlier that the scheme was put in place where we don't even know how to conduct ourselves no more mentally. Controlling your moment, your mental status. We have truly become a weak society. We're weak as shit, man. We're weak and soft. I don't want to say that. No, I'm not going to say once again this whole word emotional or mental. I'm just saying that we have been bred as the softest of animals. They have over time softened us, that humanity, us as human beings with concern for others, has diminished. If you look at the interaction with everyday people, me seeing you, Mark, me seeing you, Josh, regularly on the streets, is no, hey, how you doing, man? And talk, don't talk to my child. Who the fuck are you? Why you talking to me? Why you looking at me? You know what I'm saying? We have come into a world where don't nobody care. Shout out to one of my homeboys years ago. I'm not the biggest of religion people, but he said something like, "Man, darling, don't we come to the end of days? Don't nobody care about nobody no more." And that's something that was a phrase. If you go to the book, it kind of like says that that's where we go as a society.
Right.
We stop caring about the next person. Where if you pull up in my yard, hey man, what the fuck you doing in my yard?
I'm pulling out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you
Immediately.
Yeah,
It can't be a mistake.
So we just fucked up as people, man. We fucked up as people, and I would say the only thing we could do in our small corners is control our small corner. We can't change the world.
Control your
The
truth.
block has to control the block. The block ain't gonna change the world. And over there with those things, those locations that is going on at, we just got to look at the people that's there to manage and monitor the people that's there. So unfortunately, with nobody, with the world opening back up, saying let's restart the button. Nobody restart the button. They just kept the game where it's at. I'm gonna use this stream for example. Everything's choppy on the stream as we streaming. I would love to refresh it to get it right.
Yeah.
But live in the moment, we just letting it be what it is.
Correct.
Choppy and fucked up.
And that's like life right now.
And that's like life right
fucked up.
We are choppy and fucked up.
Man,
that's life in
crazy,
America
though.
right now.
That's
life in America right now. Land of the free, man.
Do you see any way for this to be recovered? I mean, of course, we can talk all day about, what do we think will solve the problem? What do we think will resolve this? How can we get people to be more involved and more concerned for other people? But I'm trying to understand, man. It's getting to the point where literally, you gotta stay away from people. Ain't that amazing?
Yeah.
Because you can't trust people.
Yep. So now you can't get out the house because you don't trust people. Let's create a new currency.
Ooh,
we.
Not now.
Not now. Not now. Oops. Not now. But I mean, we've gone to the point where, well, I know they were talking about inflation and everything on the news earlier this week. So this is what I do, and I was touching on that, talking about the news. I don't really watch the news anymore, but I've turned into those old people that I used to laugh at that listen to NPR.
Because I got in your car. I was like,
it's the only station literally I play in my car. Other people get in. Let me see what's on B103.
You talking about the inflation that was caused by the government by printing too much money?
Exactly.
That part?
Inflation that was caused by the government for making too much money.
And now who's suffering?
And the barrels of oil prices and everything else that causes inflation according to eyewitness events. Okay?
I'm bumping WC because he's the only person making sense to me.
WC is the only one making sense to you. But he got a mad circle, though.
All the time I'm bumping WC.
See, that's what I'm talking about. But it seems like with that happening, with them trying to jerry-rig the Medicaid system, that's even getting funny right now, where they are trying to extend it out so more veterans can get more assistance. But we're gonna see what happens as far as that's concerned, because it always comes down to the question: where's the money gonna come from?
Yeah, it's gonna print more,
and that is where the problem
let's just print more.
Is. Print more money.
Just print more. We own the presses. We'll just print more.
Yeah, we own the presses. But so it's all right when they do it.
We just print more.
It's all right when they do it.
Problem when I do it.
It's a problem when I do it. I would say, but the upper room is listening, so I can't say fuck them.
You can say fuck.
Not about print money. You can't say that because they will come to see about you. Hey, we hear you got a printer in your house. Can we talk to you just for a moment? Just a second.
I mean, have you seen what they're doing with our taxes?
Listen, I don't know what they're doing. What they doing with the taxes?
I'm giving them to Ukraine. Oh, my bad.
My goodness.
Did I say that out loud?
The war in Ukraine is still raging, by the way.
What war?
The war in Ukraine.
The war that we're shown?
That we're watching on TV.
That we're watching on TV?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's funny.
Where's all this media coverage coming from? Where's it coming from?
From the news.
What news?
Tucker Carlson did a lot of reporting on this moment.
He did.
Oh.
He reflected on this. Jerome Roberts. Weak men create bad times. Bad times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. It's a constant cycle.
Bars.
It is a constant cycle. I agree with you on that. I think I think are we in one of the worst times?
We are in the
worst.
I won't say the. I wouldn't say the. It was once upon a time, where me and you would have been out picking cotton. But
boy,
that
was a bad time.
That was a bad time.
It was hot.
That was a bad time.
And it was hot.
But I would say every time.
Has it changed that much though? Has it changed that much though?
America. It turned into corporate America as opposed to textile.
We're in a new world. I would say that it's a new world we're in. So different worlds have different shifts of how they operate.
Correct.
Like if me as a comic book fan, Earth 236 has a whole different structure than Earth 54. We're in a totally just different world. So at one other day and age and time in the world, it's going to change, and each time is going to say their situation is worse. But I think that it's going to get worse.
What did Jay-Z say in the story, OJ?
he said
a lot in the story OJ, bro.
The story OJ. He said a lot of stuff in the story OJ. But I would say that it's going to get to a point where it will be the worst time ever, because we will have handed over total control of us, and not just black or white. Everybody will have handed over total control to a certain select group of people where they control everything we do. And we're down here fighting about color and sexual preference and things like that, instead of paying attention to the overlay for the underplay.
Yeah, and what the Fed is doing now.
The big things that we need to work on. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I feel you on that, man. I don't know, man. It's there's a lot going on all at once. There's a lot of balls in the air, basically, and
crossover
dribbles. There's a lot of balls in the air for the different things that are happening in the world. Trying to focus on one is probably going to get you hurt more than anything, because there's so many things happening. Who's to say what you should be focused on? Well, you can't look at the news outlets to tell you, because, of course, they're going to push their agenda, and that's the whole point of propaganda. Just like in Russia would have you believe, according to the reports, Russia would have you believe that they're actually fighting for the freedom and to get control of Ukraine, to take care of them, and Ukraine will have you believe that Russia's attacking them, and they'll turn around and say, well, the Ukrainians are attacking us, but we obviously know what we believe we know. The Ukrainians don't have the firepower of Russia or the backing of other governments that are communists, right? But here we are. We're still talking about this war, and we're sending them tons of money. Still got homeless here in America. We still got. Did you hear about Cop City? Hold it. So according to the news, Cop City, they're gonna do a soft launch at the end of next year. So they're actually starting the building process now in this spring, going in the summer, and they're going to start some more of the building process in the fall. So even after finding out that the activist that was murdered, because I'm going to say that now.
He was murdered.
He was murdered.
Because the autopsy showed that he had no residue. So bringing everybody up to speed, there's a city being built by the police that's being built in the outskirts of the city of Atlanta. That is a training facility for the police. It's going to be called Cop City. Right. Okay, so there have been numerous protests within the city. There have been attacks on the 191 building, which is a building that I used to work at, because there's a police precinct within that building, and it has caused a bit of an uproar, because where's the money going to for Cop City that you could put within the city for the people that need help within the city? Cop City or the police.
You gotta keep the slave catchers busy. You gotta keep them happy.
The overseers, officer overseer. Yeah. So the thing is, of course, they're saying it's a training facility and we need this, and we're going to train police. And
so they can be better.
What was the number for that this is going to cost, Mark? Do you remember the amount?
It was a number that they could have definitely poured into the city,
right? So
to try to help out the homeless population,
and that's where the fight is coming from the citizens. They're saying that it's just anti-police that's attacking.
Right.
And it's not people that's anti-police. It's people that are looking to the fact that y'all could do something else with this money.
Correct.
Y'all are militarizing this post, and we see y'all are not training police. Y'all are training military training.
House to house fighting.
Right. So yeah. So there have been some shootings. There have been some deaths.
Yeah.
The most highlighted ones was a man that was sleeping in the area that they're building this facility on, and it is body cam footage of the shooting.
Yes.
The police report comes down as saying that he shot at us first.
Right.
The autopsy just came back that
while he was asleep.
He was he was in a tent, and they approached the tent. A group of cops. I don't know the number of cops.
Yeah. Multi-agency.
Yes, and the shooting happened, and the reports from the police was he shot at us first.
Right.
The autopsy shows that there is no gun residue on his hands at all.
Right.
From a shooting. No so he had no weapon.
Well, he was wearing gloves.
He was wearing, if it does not fit.
Right.
Yeah. If it does not fit. Go ahead, Mark.
No, so now that they have found that out, so that's why I said I'm going to call it a murder. They're still pushing it forward. They still claim that they need this to be able to train these officers. Here's my question, and it's going to stay the same. Where have you been training these officers before this? Where did you train them before?
Well, they got bigger trucks now. They got tanks.
Yep.
I can't understand why you need a tank in a major American city.
You didn't see this coming?
No, I saw it coming, but I still can't.
You didn't see it coming when I was pulling up off Covenant Highway, and they got the railroad track right there, and they had the train come in with all the military vehicles.
Trying to figure out where the hell they were
going. Yeah. Yeah. This was right around 2016, 17, and they had all these military vehicles that was loaded up on the train, and the train was like 20 minutes or so going across. And I said, what are they doing with these trains? All these tanks.
Where are they going with these tanks?
Yeah,
right.
So
because why would you have to treat the public as though we are in a military camp? Why would you have to do that?
Unless they're creating military camps.
You're creating a militarized situation, or a situation where you can snap and definitely
because it's this great country that we live in, right? The military can't act on their own soil.
This is correct, but
the police can.
This is correct.
So my truth is. Y'all already see my truth. We've been saying this, man. So that's where we at with it, man. And I would ask everybody wake up.
And wake up, but not this woke crap that you see on the news being pushed.
Well, first of all,
literally wake up, look around.
Yeah.
Get out in your neighborhood. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to the.
Oh, I ain't. You dead on that.
Talk
one,
to your. Talk to your city. Talk to your. Talk to the people. What's going on?
I see what's really going on. Look, Josh. I see what the fuck you say. You stay. You talk to your neighbors. You see where the fuck I stay, and you really think you don't even talk to my neighbors, and you pull up.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
They be cooking though. That smells good out there.
Food is universal. Food is universal. But I mean, right,
you know what I'm saying?
Like we need to literally wake up. We ain't talking about woke. We ain't talking about woke that has been, which was a word that was used, of course, that has been requisitioned and moved to mean something completely
misdirected.
Misdirected, absolutely. That's a good terminology for that. Misdirected, using that word as a way. Basically, woke is the new black. It is.
Woke.
It is. Woke is the new black.
Joe out here spitting bars.
You can't say the N-word. You can say woke. You can't say the N-word. You can say woke.
And woke ain't even woke no more.
Ain't even woke
woke is now talking about certain privileges to certain groups of people.
Correct.
Yeah.
And not the enlightenment of addressing issues that affect the community.
Awaken. Literally is what that means. You should awaken and look around and see what's happening around you. Right. It doesn't mean any of the other shit they've attached to it. It doesn't mean any of that. But they've used it so often that it's taken on a meaning of its own. Like somebody actually pointed out, that's not even our word no more.
It's not.
It's not even our word no more.
It's not. So
it's almost bad to use it.
It is. We know who the word belongs to now.
I've seen them use it. I've seen them use it.
We're not gonna talk about who the word belongs to now. We ain't gonna talk about who the word belongs to now.
We ain't gonna talk about who it belongs to. We just gonna say.
I just want to know. I just want to know if we're aware of who owns that word. They own it all the letters now. Goddamn it! They can actually say no. The W belongs to us too.
Webster's Dictionary is where that word belongs. That's who owns the word. Webster's Dictionary. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I mean, that's the thing. It's you got all these options. You got all these options. It's a mess. You got all these options with which you can use to try to absolutely make your government pay attention. Because if you go back to the beginning, if you go back to what it's supposed to be government by the people for the people. If the people are
we talking Declaration of Independence right now.
I said what it's supposed to be. I didn't say what it is. I said what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
How did you come to that thought?
You know,
for the people,
by the people.
What people? That's
people.
Right.
Those people in the government, of course. Who's supposed to be ruled by the government? Those people. But what I'm saying is, that's what the great experiment was supposed to be. But here we are. We got this whole situation now where you got these people talking in these chambers about these various laws that they're trying to press in these agendas. I can't understand it for the life of me. They work X amount of days a year, and they try to push these laws through at 3-4 in the morning when ain't nobody paying attention. Which people are you governing?
The woke people.
Hey! They gotta be woke.
And now, again, full circle, this is why this is not our word anymore. This word does not belong to us anymore. Those who are awake or woke, that's who it's affecting. No, man, that's crazy. It
benefit the woke people.
Benefit the woke people.
Hey, man. So with that said, since we have been, we're coming to the end of the show, man.
Yes, sir.
So once again, it's just where we are as people within this community, society, or world, universe, galaxy, whatever the fuck. Right? Okay, so we're here, and the way I envision things before we get out of here is control your own space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Control your space within the means of how you're able to control your space. That's why I feel like we do the little bit that we can to help the next person or a small group of people that we can. Yeah. Some people are going to buy into it. Some people are not going to buy into whatever we're talking about. Correct. Some people say, hey, that's okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here merched the fuck out with the Soldier 23 project, just show the advertisement with the Soldier 23 project. All I could do is assist another brother within the military with some form of knowledge or whatever. All I could do is say, hey, I'm in the community hosting these events. Hey, I come attend events with the mayor, shake hands with these people to present some level of information that will help somebody else to the right or the left of me.
Shake babies and kiss hands.
Man, I would shake the hell out of a goddamn baby. I ain't kissing nobody's hands because I might get COVID in my eye.
The views of Colin Williams are not... Wait a minute. Hold on.
No disclaimers, all 2023.
Yale Radiocast.
Ain't no
disclaimers, all 2023.
Ain't no more disclaimer. I need to do it. Ain't no disclaimer. Ever. You know what I'm saying? You either down with it, you believe it, you buy it or not, you understand it. If you're smart enough to understand it or you're dumb enough to not.
Either way.
I said what I said.
Right.
Tune in or tune out.
You understood it when I said it. You just didn't like it because it didn't buy into what your truth.
Right.
And that's the name of the show, Your Truth. So with that said, we're going into some truthful things.
What do we got going on next weekend?
Oh, we working.
What we got going on? I feel like we're gonna have a busy. It's gonna be a busy summer.
Well, first of all, brother TR is coming in town, but
whoa, we're gonna have a whole leg in the building.
We might have a whole leg if Marcus don't go on vacation.
Marcus won't be on vacation that week, but
okay.
You heard it here.
Paris is coming. I'm gonna be going to France to go see what's happening over there. Now, let me tell you, the French people is over there doing it.
Yeah, go ahead and go over there. You try to smoke over there.
No. I'm gonna get on the train and go to Amsterdam like everybody else, and get me a space cake, and then I'm gonna leave whatever's there and come back to Paris. But either way, they doing the most over there with them fighting about the raising the age, and unfortunately they did push it through. But them people tore them streets up over there about raising the retirement age from what was it, 60 to 63, 63 to 65. Which is over here. I swear to God, do you see a way to retire? Can we all be like
we can retire out of life?
I mean, we can just quit. I mean, that's all we got. I'm just tired of working. I'm retired of working.
So wait, so you're telling me that other countries are literally abiding by what our Declaration of Independence in this country really stands for?
What their Declaration of Independence stands for.
Well, theirs is.
Which is supposed to be my law.
It's supposed to be your law, but
Yeah. We're not sorry, Upper. We're not hating on y'all, but we hating on y'all.
Ain't nobody hating on anybody. Ain't no. It's all love on. It's all love on this side.
Yeah. So next weekend, and shout out to my brother Sean Chin with Healing Haven, who has been. Sean, man, let me do some back conversation about brother Sean Chin.
Oh, Sean's a good dude.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Met him through Connecting the Links event. Around 2016, and just watching this brother move at that event, I saw what I considered at that time a focused man. This is when, keep in mind, we're talking about 2016, 17. I had no realm of focus at all about me. So yeah, it was a little bit before then, actually. So I would say more so 14, 15. It was no focus at all in me. I knew what I wanted Yale Entertainment to become. I knew what I wanted it to be. I knew what the goals of it was. But I just started becoming a part of the Connected Links Foundation. Once again, shout out to Miss Shirley. He was out there. And long story short, man, like I say, a guy that just brought some attention to focus and direction for the business and the part that you can play within the community. And as time came by, we spoke a lot more. When we held the lead conference, because he's always said, Brother Dylan, come pull up. So, and he's right up the street, literally right up the street from where we are with our studio. So he dropped the donation for the reason for the season. Hey man, just want to show you some, he ain't never forced a hand. He would just always show that, brother, I'm here, and not to say that I was ignoring him. As I told y'all guys early in the beginning, I'm trying to get this together.
Right.
Me and TR is working on trying to get this centered.
Yes.
Drop some money for a reason for the season. He said, and I got this going on my end. Support me how you can, whenever you can, and I'm circling trying to get back around to him. Then we have the lead conference. He comes out to the lead conference. He does. Came out and did his thing out there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then we do the with brother Travis Barber, the 100 Men in Black. He's there, and we start talking more. So he says, finally get around. Light worker Wayne says, dialing, and if y'all don't know Wayne stutter, Sean said, you need to get your ass on over here, bro.
Shout out to Light Worker Wayne.
So I'm like, let me go ahead and pull up on brother Sean, man. You know what I'm saying, at Healing Haven. And he has an outstanding location that provides mentorship and support to men in the community that need to get their act together. Once again, the ideal of the lead, congregate with like-minded men who are trying to make a true impact in the community. So he got to talking about this event, and 2 events that he had coming up. He said, brother, I would love for you to be a part of this event. We got together, he shot around the idea. He gave me a couple of names, and I said, well, shit, let's combine the names.
Right.
He had 2 ideas of managing your mindset or expressing yourself. So I said, well, let's combine them.
Let's combine the idea of the event. Manage your mindset and expressing yourself, which is a panel discussion and a talent showcase. Sponsored by Yale Entertainment. Basically, it'll be a live showcase of talent artists as well. Also included with the idea of conversing about the parts that you could play to manage what you do and a focal point of your talents and the development of you as a person as it pertains to the talents that you have. As you see, one of the speakers will be our guy, Lightworker Wayne. Shout out to also as well, the Bro You Good podcast will be judges as well. And the daughters, Angela and Gabrielle Chen as well, will be hosting the event. So, so that's going on next weekend. Brother TR will be able to come in town and give a salute to Brother Sean for the donation to his event. We did the reason for the season event. And, because we got some other things that we got to do as well, but that's what we got coming up next weekend. If you are somebody who has some form of talent that you would like to participate in this event, the communication, you can hit me up or you can hit him up at Healing Haven on Facebook, Healing Haven ATL.
Gotta have it in by May 3rd, right?
Gotta have it in by May 3rd. Yes.
Oh, what? Something else happened on May 3rd.
What we got on May 3rd, man?
My birthday.
That's right, it is. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. What? The Hill.
The Hill.
We're gonna call it Hill Day.
Hill Day.
Hill Day. The Hill Day.
A day of healing.
A day of healing.
So that's what we got coming up next week as well. Once again, we will be doing a quick hit with the Mail Review podcast because Tyrone loves to show his face.
Yep, live remote.
You know what I'm saying? And Mark L will be going on vacation after that.
Yeah, it'll be after that, but I'll be there for this.
Okay.
I'll be there for this.
Okay,
you heard it here.
You did hear it here.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on, and some other things coming up. We coming up on Juneteenth is coming up. Shout out to Miss Helen. Who graced us with the location that we did the LED conference at. Right after that, she said, let's keep the ball rolling. Juneteenth is coming up, so let's put something together. We don't have all the details yet, but that's coming as well. We got more podcasts coming up. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the team, everybody that supports the vision, supports what we're doing, supporting the leg work that we're putting in.
Yes, sir.
That's what I got. What y'all got, man?
Hey, man, all I'm going to just say is, man, try to be good to each other, man. If somebody pulling your driveway, please don't shoot them. Especially, they might be an Amazon worker. You don't know. Let's not do that. Let's I don't know where the compassion went, people, but let's try to increase the compassion for people. Because we all we got, man. That's what I got. We all we got.
Are we?
I mean, this is all we got.
This is all we
got.
So
there's a difference between we all we got and this is all we got. We are all we have. Let me make it sound even better.
I think with this all we got.
Bro. This all we got.
I don't mean to sound like the what they call that word?
A pessimist.
Yeah, the Debbie Downer.
The Debbie Downer.
But
right.
it's getting ugly, and the work that we're doing in the community, we're trying to bring it back up. Yes. But the only way we'll bring it back up is because this is all we got. We got to give ourselves more. We got to treat the society like kids. We got to give them some candy to get up and clean. On the flip side, they used to have to clean some shit up, then we reward them.
Gotcha. Right.
Now they're asking for the reward for the
ahead
work.
Of time.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
And exactly. It's ugly. So I'll go back to say, put in the goddamn work for first and then ask for the reward rather than thinking that you're owed something
right
before presenting the work that you put in to get it.
Let's stop it.
Josh.
Stop it. Josh, what you got?
Man, I'm just going to say this. I think a lot of the conversation we had today and a lot of the conversation we had before the show, some things we're going to work in on next week's show. Really stop looking at the overlay. Pay attention to the underplay. Yeah. Stop worrying about shit that don't affect you.
Right.
Look inside your local community. See what's going on. Pay attention to that. Yeah. The stuff that's really going to affect you. Stop listening to these narratives that everybody's trying to push.
CNN, Fox News.
And just and really pay attention to what's really going on in your community. And if you really pay attention to what's going on in your community, you're going to find the real people that were really trying to do good things out here, really trying to make a difference. And pay attention to the small little entities like ourselves out here trying to make a difference.
Correct.
you know, and if more and more of us can step out and support these causes that we're out there trying to support, the more support we can get, the more the larger events that we can host, the larger events that we can be involved in. So, you know, so support your local stuff, man. Stop worrying about what's going on in CNN. Stop worrying about what's going on Fox News. Stop worrying about what's going on in NBC. All this other crap that ain't really got nothing to do with you.
Worry about the big stuff that does affect you.
Worry about the big stuff that does
Don't worry
affect
about
you.
the opinions.
Right.
Worry about the impact.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
That
Right.
works. And with
And
that
look at
being
that,
said,
you know.
y'all,
And I mean, we got big things going on. So just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Stay with us.
Josh, did you actually say on your post, big shit popping?
I did.
he did.
I did. I was quoting a little poet. You know, it was you know, there's this little poet that said this stuff, man. It's just, you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all again for joining us here on the Mail Review. We will be back next week, and be sure to tune in because TR will be in the building. And Mark L won't be on vacation. And that means Darlin might be quiet, which we all know won't happen. And the Hill will be also here.
The Hill will be here.
Tune in next week to see a fully formed leg. Thank y'all as always for tuning in. Thank y'all for chiming in on the stream. Thank y'all for spending time with us on a Saturday. And with that being said, signing out for the Mail Review, your boy Mark L, your boy Darlin Yale, and the Hill. And all the L's in there together.
All the L's.
The L's in there together. Hey, we see y'all next week, man.
In the meantime, get the business.
Get the business.
The collar swag don't hit a witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them bags, popping them tags. You know how we bust that cash.